if I could go back and choose, I would choose probably definitely to work with Morgan.
Mm.
I always kind of like wanted to trust her, and then like just things that happened in the game and my perception of things, my bad reads, just kind of prevented us from working together. So I definitely would have worked with her more closely. Um, but really, I feel like I thought, at least in my brain, I was working with the people that I wanted to work with for the most part.
Hmm.
I think what really kind of prevented me from actually working with them, or rather them working with me, was that one moment where I said, pick everyone off one by one, and just made my target really large, and then made them not want to work with me moving forward, because it was basically like having the plague in there.
Mm. Yeah, and that kind of reminds me of a question like how did your strategy change before you went on the show and then once you got on there, like was there anything of your strategy that was super unexpected or something you didn't expect or how did your strategy change as you actually got on the show?
Yeah, going in, I'm relatively charismatic. I don't have trouble making friends anywhere I go. So I thought I was gonna have, like, I thought the foundation of my game was gonna be mostly, my social game, and then I would maybe here and there have to rely on my competitive prowess. So newsflash, I had to rely on my competitive prowess the majority of the time. But
Did you No,
yeah, I
that's
you know I definitely had to adjust my strategy once I kind of basically dropped a nuke on my social game.
um Oh, we have a fun question here that I actually really wanted to ask you about.
Yeah.
I've seen that you've had some interest of going on the challenge. Is that happening, and when is that happening?
If it
If it
was
is.
happening, I wouldn't be allowed to say.
Ah, okay.
But I'm definitely pushing for it. You know.
Yeah, so am I. I feel like the perfect person for the challenge.
Oh, thank you, thank you. Well, yeah,
That
I
would be such a
definitely, I
good
definitely
watch.
would like to, I definitely would like to be on there. So.
Yeah. Do you watch any other reality TV shows? Have you been a fan? Like, were you a diehard Big Brother fan before, or any other reality shows?
I'm not a big reality TV person, I'm more now, now that I've been on Big Brother. Now I'm like, I'm catching up on the challenge, watching Survivor, watching Amazing Race. So I'm definitely catching up on my reality TV stuff. But no, I wasn't really a Big Brother fan before. I didn't even know what the show was before I got like recruited to be on it. So I was, really new to the show. And but I definitely, made a strong effort before I went in. I studied my ass off. I just think that it didn't really help me so much in the ways that I had initially wanted it to, because I think I connected with the wrong things. And I'll explain. And my background is football, so like team sports and things like that. And I'm used to like leading groups of people. And so when I watched the seasons that I watched, primarily seasons 16 and 20, what really clung to me was like the whole, create an alliance. Those are the people that you stick to no matter what. And you take shots at the other side and this and that. And our season wasn't really like that. It wasn't like a house divided. There were times where it felt like that, but for the most part, it was almost like little pockets of two and three people like really working together. And then it wasn't until the judges were created where there was like a prominent like alliance, I feel like, in the house. Other than that, the big alliances that were made never really stuck it out. So yeah, it was very weird. So it was really hard for me to adjust, because I already had like the idea of like it's a team sport until it's not, and I never really adjusted.
Yeah, that's super interesting. And you mentioned how like you hadn't seen too much of Big Brother before the show until you were recruited. How did you get recruited? How did you get on the show? What was that process like?
Um, I just got a DM
Oh wow.
from someone, I guess, that's affiliated with like the recruiters at CBS there. And I imagine I got a DM because I fit their, mold of whatever character they wanted. I imagine the buff guy, you know what I mean, like the jock or whatever.
Mhm.
And once I got that first interview, uh, I tried to make it apparent that I'm not. I fit more of the other stereotypes more so than the jock. Like, yes, I look like a jock, but I'm probably more like the nerd, kind of stereotype instead. So, I think that's what really kind of got my foot in the door was not being, I have Star Wars posters behind me. Come on, and this is not my office. This is my living room.
Oh, and that's why you're America's favorite. That's why you're America's favorite. You got a little bit of everything.
Yeah, thank you.
And now going through the process, what would be your one piece of advice for someone going on Big Brother?
Man, the one or two things that make you different than everyone else, you have to like hammer those things. So like for example, for me, like yeah, I probably got recruited or whatever because I'm the buff guy, athletic dude, whatever. But like once they found out I do the silly voices and I do jingles, tying my shoes and shit like that, those are the things that they love. So once they were like, "Oh my God, I love that you do that. Can you do that again?" I was like, "Absolutely, I can do that again. How many times you want me to do it?" You know what I mean? So just keep pressing that button. Once you find something that they like, keep pressing it, keep pressing it, keep pressing it.
Mhm. And because you've had so many amazing moments on the show, is there one that specifically sticks out, or one, or maybe even something that didn't make the final cut? Any behind the scenes, favorite memories from the show?
I would say one of my favorite moments that I was directly like involved with was probably when Morgan was working out in the gym, and I was squatting with her in my butler outfit, and I ripped my pants.
That's so
And
funny.
I don't know if that made the cut or even I don't even know if it made it in the unlocked, but I know I've seen a TikTok clip of it and that was hilarious, man. And what made it so funny was that Ashley was in there too, and like Ashley kept trying to see. She's like, "Oh my God, let me see, let me see." But I was like, "Oh my God, stop!" Like I don't want you to see because I had actually taken. Okay, so TMI maybe, but I had
Yeah.
taken my boxers off because the butt prosthetic kept pulling my underwear down, like kept pulling my boxers down. So like I so like I had like my pants were all the way up here, but my boxers would be like down here, halfway down my butt. Because the prosthetic, as it bounced, it kept pulling them down. So I was like, man, this is so annoying. So I just took them off. And then I went upstairs and did that. And I was like, guys, you actually can't see the rip unless you want to catch like all of my butt.
That's so funny. After this, I'm gonna have to like find that clip and measure it with you talking about
Yeah,
it. That's
I
so
kept
funny.
saying like I was like, the guy that's in the window behind us, he just got a face full of my ass for
Oh
sure.
my God, that's so funny. And I mean, how many total days were you in the Big Brother house? Uh,
I think 77.
yeah, okay, that's right. And so obviously you're living so close with these people, bonding with all of these people. What is the post Big Brother life like? Are you still talking to the cast members? What was the adjustment like coming out of the house into the real world? It's got to be like a crazy shock.
Yeah, I think as it pertains to me being like with the cast members and stuff, I said like really early on into the game, like before the live feeds even started, when everyone was trying to suss everybody out and see who they wanted to work with and like in an alliance and stuff like that. My strategy at that point was just to get to know people on a personal level, and the people that my soul resonated with the most, those were the people that I wanted to work with. And so I really took the time to get to know everybody. And I told them at the end of every conversation, I was like, hey, whether we work together or not, like I am going to choose to remember this version of you because you're showing me who you are at your core right now. There's no reason for you to lie to me right now because the game hasn't really even started. It wasn't until faces started popping up on that memory wall that it was like that everyone started going like cutthroat. So with that being said, I am choosing to remember them for who they were in that moment. So I speak to everyone in the cast for the most part. Whether it's little memes being shared here and there. Sometimes I was playing Fortnite and Apex Legends with Morgan the other day on stream,
I
and
saw that.
yeah, and we're having a good time, just cracking on each other.
Mm.
I spoke to Kelly the other day. We were kind of exchanging videos back and forth. Adrian came and visited me for my meet and greet, and then we went to a football game afterwards. So, I speak to everybody for the most part.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah,
And to anyone else new in the chat, before I ask like the last few questions, continue to drop any fan questions you guys have in the chat, and then we can pick out a few to answer. But I have to ask one question about Cameo, of course.
let's do it.
And what we like to ask everyone is if you could get a cameo from anyone in the world, who would you pick and why?
Ooh, man, I don't know why, but like immediately as soon as you asked that, I said Jim Carrey in my brain.
Mm, that would be a great one.
I love Jim Carrey. Oh my God, like all his movies from like the 90s and then like up to like Bruce Almighty. Oh God.
Do you have
I feel
any
like that dude never misses.
is there any Jim Carrey character that you would want to get a cameo from?
Oh God, Ace Ventura. Who wouldn't?
All great answers.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with Ace Ventura.
One.
Specifically the second one for the person that asked my favorite Jim Carrey movie. When Nature Calls.
There you go. One more fun fan question that I just saw. What shocked you the most after watching the show back?
I haven't really like seen the entirety of the show back yet. I've made it up to, for no particular reason, I made it up to I Believe You Have a Prompt.
Mm.
That's just because my girlfriend wanted to watch it with me because she wants to know the behind the scenes stuff. And then we got carried away watching Love Is Blind over. I don't think she was interested in watching it back a second time immediately. But
That's
we'll,
true because
we'll
she had already watched
right. She had
all of it
already
live.
seen it. Yeah, she had already seen it. So I haven't made it too far. But I'll say the one thing that kind of shocked me and was honestly a little bit sad and disappointing was well the way they edited her, at least the way that Ava sounded when she said in the first episode or the second episode, she was making me sound like a stalker or something. I was like, man, that's pretty messed up that was her perception of that, because the first like 3 or 4 days in the house she was very quiet, like not the Ava that everyone in America knows. She was very quiet to herself, and I just wanted to make sure that she felt comfortable. So I was like purposefully seeking her out like almost every hour or so and being
Mhm.
like, "Oh, hey, how you doing? You all right? Cool. All right." So,
Yeah, it's so interesting how the final edit can make things look
yeah,
so crap.
and well, she even said it herself. So to for that to be like her perception of it, that was a little heartbreaking for me. I'm not gonna lie, but it is what it is.
Mhm. Well, thank you so much for talking Big Brother, talking Cameo.
My
Thank
pleasure.
you to everyone in the live for asking all these fun questions. Do you have any last parting words to your fans or to cameos? Everyone get a Keanu cameo, of
Hey, yeah, hey,
course.
get a Keanu cameo. I hear they're pretty good.
I hear that too.
What was my final? I think my final ranking, I made it to like top four or something like, or I think at one point I was at the top three.
Yeah, I'm always seeing you. I'm always seeing you on the leaderboard. So we got
Yeah,
to get you to. Let's get Keanu to number one, you guys. I think we can do
yeah. Oh hell yeah! Hey, no,
it.
November's the month. Let's go, number one.
All right. Thank you so much. Have a great rest
Hey,
of your day.
thank you.
Talk to you soon. Everyone buy a Keanu cameo.
Hey, we'll talk soon. Take it easy.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye, guys.